Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome once again to Chalice, Twilight Roads and the Initiative Order. I, as always, am here to help guide these poor, insufferable fools through another session of, well, disappointment for them and for me.
Yay! He's admitted it now, so, you know.
Yeah.
Just makes it all too real when you say it out loud.
So before we get started and go through our once again go through our wonderful intro, first and foremost, you will notice that someone is not here. We are down a max this week, sadly. He isn't dead or ill. He just doesn't like us that much.
It wasn't my fault.
Evidently.
So let's go around the room and meet all these people that Max doesn't like, starting with his least favorite, Jago.
I'm naturally the least favorite because I steal his dice because he doesn't realize it, but they are my dice. All of you, they are my dice. I will get them back. I will be playing Jack Hoofer tonight, as I hope will be continuing to. And let's keep going. Hopefully we keep this streak running. So far, flawless.
What was that say?
No. All I know is
there was a segue.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
In the very near future, I'm going to be forcing Jago to play a tabletop RPG that doesn't involve dice, and I look forward to seeing him in pro. Holly.
Don't like it.
Ooh. First time in weeks, I'm not the last person. Yay. Hi, I'm Holly. I don't collect dice, I collect miniatures, but that's the story for a different day. I play Edlynnne. She's angry all the time. I'm tired all the time. Don't know how that's relevant, but I just channel that tiredness into anger and it seems to work.
Yeah, in fairness, I think it's described the life of anyone over the age of 30. Yeah, and on the realms of people over 30,
Thanks. Am I going to be myself or Ben?
I'm not over 30, Lynn.
Oh, not yet.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit was tactical as fuck right there.
Hi.
It's like it was scripted. Ben told me what to say before the stream.
Like an old lady, I don't collect dice or miniatures. I collect thimbles. And I like yarn.
Well, dear.
I play Cecily Marshall. She is an alchemist. She wishes she had more coffee and more pastries in her life, but now she has to go searching for Subil. That's about it.
Okay. And from someone who collects yarn to someone who can spin a yarn, Billy.
I can't believe he gets the compliment.
Okay, I'll take it.
It kind of worked
because he's not going to get it from any of us for the rest of the session.
True.
Just stay quiet. Don't draw attention to yourself. You'll be fine. Nobody will notice you. I, as so eloquently put, the spinners of yarn, Billy Sherlock, who is playing Subil tonight, who is incredibly moody at the moment. So we'll see how entertaining that really is, or if you decide to start to hate me.
I mean, if it gets to the point where it's unentertaining, you will just die. But,
hey, good to
we'll
know.
get to that when we get to it.
We'll make the death entertaining at the very
Hey, the worst bit is it coming in, for the surprise. Now I'm expecting it.
You're not wrong. Fair.
But fine.
Well,
all right, he gets one more second at least.
I mean, we could just do the whole, there's a snail following you, and then when it touches you, you're dead.
Oh, I love that.
See him. He's at the stairs. I've got about 3 more sessions.
And as always, I am Ben. I am the nemesis to Nemesis to normality. Navigating Nimrods through nightmarish netherworlds.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
there was more.
So many words. So many words.
Yo, I was gonna say that you fucked it, so it's not funny anymore. But then you pulled out
saved
some
it
extra
again.
cards. So I was like, all right, fair enough. I'll back off.
As you should. And with that, we will then retire off to our wonderful intro. Listen out for some interesting music made by our own Holly Healey. I say interesting, you form your own opinions. We'll see you shortly.
Here we go.
Never. Let's do it.
Hello again. Right, thank you for sticking with us.
That was so convincing.
We're so cheerful.
No, we're not. No one watches this for cheer, merriment, and joy.
Then stop being so cheer. Hello again. We're back, guys.
Welcome back.
Who wants to be traumatized? Let's go.
I mean, how else do you lure people in?
This is false advertisement.
At its finest.
Smiles and hellos and my webs.
Oh, boy.
I debate sometimes why I'm part of this group.
So do I.
Honestly.
Question it every week.
Why are you?
Wait, you guys aren't being paid to be here by Ben? Oh.
Wait, you get paid?
Yeah, Ben pays me. Donuts.
Wait, you're gonna wait? What? Ben?
Where's my donuts?
If you make that
donuts.
joke, I couldn't afford to pay anyone. Right. Well, as we are, obviously we weren't here last week as I had more important things to do apparently, such as be on holiday.
How dare you?
So we are
So
going to be in the depths a little bit more to try and drag the memories from someone's head of our slightly shorter session. Hopefully we're not going to have the same technical issues we had last time. Danny isn't in the semi-panic, so I'm going to assume that's not the case. So, for a singular, happy, healthy void point, who would like to recount? Keeping in mind, I don't actually know where my phone is, so this is one of the few times you'll have those actual 2 minutes until I find it.
Who wants it?
I'm on max void, so.
I mean, I'll take. I don't. It's.
Found it.
Go, fine, I'll take it. Okay.
Go.
We'll start now. So we start off. Basically, we start with the other with Jack, Cecily, and Jules, and that lot. They've left the alchemist thing and they've gone to like a little cafe area. They left the alchemist because the actual alchemist came and was shouting at them and doing the whole like, you ruined my coffee machine, which I'm sad about. Down top of a balcony, drinking coffee, eating pastries. Edlynnne comes along and they're like, just leave Edlynnne to knock on the alchemist door. But then someone's like, but then Jules is like, no, she can come over. Edlynnne comes over after they make it a whole distraction. Kurt and Jules are now apparently married. It's great. I was at the wedding. Beautiful. Anyway, so the distractions caused. Edlynnne comes up. Just it's what happened. It's what happened. Don't worry. And then Edlynnne comes up and then she basically explains how Subil was being a bit too tad emotional because of the loss of his bird. I'm being nicer to you this week, Billy. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Jules then comes over.
Not girlfriend.
Yeah, no, yeah. Well, you never know. Anyway, Lottie then comes with the weapons. It was like, Edlynnne, what the fuck are you doing here? And Edlynn's just like, piss off. Anyway, then we go to Subil. Sybil's got the note from Pending. So we go Pending's cage, which is from Juliana. Jago, shut up! I was gonna get there. I couldn't remember the bird's name. This is like a secret, invisible little thing that he found, but he also had a conversation with a guy with a cigar. Tried to sell him his cigar. Said it was rare. Wasn't rare. Guy then pisses off. Apparently, everyone's scared of him. And I think Subil starts to go to this location he's supposed to go to meet Juliana. The group then decides, instead of saving Sam, they're going to go look for Subil. And Edlynn's like, no, I don't want to. And then she's dragged anyway to go with Cecily. And that's basically what happened. It was a short session, and I was tired.
Well done. You did that with a whole 1 second to spare.
Nice.
Yes! Record, man. It's a record.
One extra void point.
Is this going to be a thing? How close
do every
can we
void
get
point?
it?
Do I get a void point?
You get a void point, a singular, happy-go-lucky void point.
Yay! Yes! I haven't had one of these in like a year.
I'm sitting at one at the moment, and I'm jealous.
So, as I last remember it, you had split into groups to comb the city with the intent of trying to find Subil before your next step of the plan. Whereas Subil, I believe you were making your way to Lang's House of Affordable Love early.
When you put it like that, it's an odd memory for sure. But sure, let's go with that.
Yeah.
I forgot it was called Lang's House of Affordable Love.
Very good name. Not at all partially ripped directly from Terry Pratchett. Right. Well, in that case, we will open first and foremost with both Cecily and Edlynnne.
Ooh.
Yay.
As you step away from the depths, as you step away from Golden Brown, leaving the rest of the group to head off in separate directions to scour Southhurt for any sign of Subil, you make your way off to Newtown, heading directly south into the greater portion of the area. Correction, north. I'll turn my map around. Now, most simply, what I'm going to do is ask Subil to make me a, let's say, agility stealth check, please.
Okay.
You can take as much momentum as you choose. I would like you to not announce how successful you were.
Oh god.
Okay.
How am I going to track
So
momentum without knowing how much he takes?
Well, he can just say, I'll
So he
take
can
X
say how
amount
many
of
momentum, he just can't,
and then we
say how
we
many
just can't-
successes he
Yeah,
gets.
just can't tell what the dice is.
How much momentum do we have in the pool?
None.
Dust.
So really, you can take.
You could take one. You might as well take one then.
Well, no, because Subil would have no idea that he's being quote unquote tracked by the rest of the people. He thought he just left them behind, so he's not exactly trying to avoid detection from them. So it makes no sense for him to take momentum. I'm alright taking that too.
The one thing I would say is obviously you are still a wanted felon.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
your
I
face
thought
on
that was
posters
just the
across
general
city.
amount of. Okay, yeah, no, that's fair.
So you want that momentum?
Well,
So-
yeah, in that case, yeah. When you put it like
If it
that,
gone
Yeah,
for a
this
second, that
test
would
makes
make
it seem
sense.
like it's less than it is, Ben. You know, like.
I mean, this
we
test
really-
might not just be for them. It could potentially
Yeah.
be for other people.
That makes more sense. In which case, yeah, I'll definitely take a momentum.
Oh, yeah, there
Yes,
you go.
please.
There we go.
Okay.
You
All
don't
right.
Shit. You take it and you like it.
Don't make
don't
me
get to
turn
say
this
it.
momentum around. I will. Agility stealth, yeah?
Ability stealth.
Well, okay. 12 to beat. Okay,
Keep your results a secret.
got it.
Wonderful. So,
Oh.
I want to know what you
Cecily
got now.
and Edlynnne,
Hello.
Hola.
you start to make your way through the city,
Mhm.
casually keeping your eye out around every corner for a single indication of Subil. A lock of matted, filthy hair, a scrap of strange stone growths, or in Edlynne's mind, a glance of a overly depressed face in need of a slap.
Fair. I'm just looking for an overly depressed face.
It's fair.
Don't
If
have
you
much
find it, let
desire
me
to
slap it.
You can. Okay.
I wanna slap
if
it,
you must
yeah.
slap him, you must. But
Thank you.
If I may,
Appreciate
I'm going to ask you to make me a insight perception check. One of you
I think
leads, the other assists.
I don't think I have any perception.
This may be a difficult track.
I have insight, but no perception.
will
I
also allow
also don't have
survival.
perception.
I have observation.
That one.
Oh right. Okay, you just got your
Sorry.
sums wrong. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
no,
So
I have observation as well. Yeah.
All
okay,
right,
I have
that is me
insight
misquoting.
observation. Mine's 12.
5
What-
Mine's 10, so you.
You want me to lead?
Yeah.
One success.
That was just a regular
One
fail
success
for
and
me.
a fail.
I just got a fail.
I'm going to assume. I'm just looking for a nod or a shake, please, Billy.
No.
Aww.
No.
You spend the
Me-
better part of an
no.
hour scouring the city. You make your way around most of Newtown before not so much giving up, but relegating yourself to knowing that he may not be in the area.
Mhm.
However, as you
Do we really want Edlynnne to find Subil in the state that she's in?
Yeah, it'd be funny.
It's okay.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
it would be
placate
funny.
you with all the pastries I've snaffled into my bag. And just yum yum. Chelsea bun.
Every two minutes, stuff it into my face, like, eat more, Edlynnne.
Yeah. Stop complaining. Eat this.
Well, as you move, you do have the opportunity to talk. So, if there was anything you wanted to discuss, away from the prying eyes and ears of your party, now is a good opportunity. I know they're just there, but they
Let's
can not
talk
let it
shit about all of them.
yeah.
It's so much fun.
Oh, by all
I don't know.
means. We're not there.
We're not
Yeah,
there.
no, you guys aren't here
Yeah, we're not there.
today.
I think I probably just. How are you feeling about? How about Sam? Have you furthered your plan at all, or are we just hinging it on the one who must be slapped?
Well, I mean, if it was up to me, we wouldn't be looking for the one who must be slapped. But kind of can't leave anyone else behind. So let's just hope we find him soon, and then we can save Sam. Because I don't know about you, but I need to save him before I go crazy or something. I just.
No, I get it. I understand that. Yeah, you guys are close, and you're not alone. I think Jack's very, very much in the same boat, and I don't. I'm not as attached to Sam as you guys are, obviously, but I think if you need a listening ear, I'm right here, and don't bottle it up. If you need to, don't slap me, but if you need to let it out.
Look, there's a list of people. There's a list of people who I want to slap, and honestly, Sybil's not even top of the list. He actually is quite close to the bottom, as much as I don't like him right now. But you're right down at the bottom. You're
oh, excellent! I'm glad to hear.
No, we need to get him soon, Cecily. We need to get him.
Yeah. So we need to make our move before the Inquisition get him beyond our reach, as it were.
Yeah.
It would be useful if we had the whole group together to do that. So I'm afraid finding.
It's fine. I get it. I mean, I'm not.
Oh,
I mean, I'm not not helping look for him. I just don't really want to. But being the team,
maybe he'll redeem himself.
If he does, then I'll let him slap me once, but it may hurt him with all the metal.
That's fine. I'll give him a Chelsea bun. How about that?
Make sure it's out of date. At least,
I can wash it in my bag a bit so it gets a bit warm.
Only by a couple of hours. We don't want to poison him or anything, but just
No, it's too late.
Okay.
True colours.
Potential slapping. If no slapping, a slightly out of date bun, but not enough to give him food poisoning. That's fine.
Yeah, just enough so he questions it. It's just is this
okay?
Good? And be he wouldn't. If you give it to him, he wouldn't question it. So
Like a bit stale.
I think
Cecily might just take out her notebook here and just give Subil suspicious bun, and then just pop it back in.
I mean, he's going to the right place for suspicious buns.
Oh my god.
City. Heading down towards the Dawn Docks to cover that area. Jack, I believe you were traveling with Max and...
I was. Yes.
Well, you'd hope they'd have good stealth. And
well, yeah, you'd hope. I mean, I have better than I ever expect, but it's... right. Observation or stealthy or...
It'll be a insight observation check. They will assist.
Oh, lovely. Insight observation. That's 11 to beat. That really tried to be a complication, but it really tried. But there's no successes.
No successes at all.
No successes.
God,
that's a shame.
Yeah.
That's really a shame.
What did you get, Ben?
That was two nat ones, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh man, that's a rough one.
Yeah, they're both snipers by trade.
Yeah. Why aren't they leading this shit? Because they're NPCs.
What player characters?
Yeah, it's their NPCs. Oh boy.
Can I also ask you, and I should really double back and do this for Edlynnne as well, but it's too late, so I won't. Can I also ask you for an agility stealth check, please?
No, you can't ask that.
I didn't ask me for that because I'm neither.
And he will demand it.
Oh my god, that's 3 successes. Where the fuck were these numbers? The other. Where the fuck?
You generate 1 momentum.
I'll just remind you to do it next time. I'll remind you. Maybe, I don't know. I've had good.
Depends if you remember.
Memory at the moment.
Yeah, someone remind you to remind him.
Yeah, Lynn, if you can remind me to remind Ben,
Yep, sure. Lily, if you could remind me to remind Eddie, to remind Ben, to remind Jago, that'd be grand.
Only if Holly reminds me. So she's got to remind 2 people. But,
But then Jago, you've got to remind me to remind Billy.
Okay, I'll
Will this
remind.
bit go?
I'm stopping it.
Ben, are you so
It's
Ben's just
adding
questioning
chaos.
his DM.
Just adding chaos for every bullshit thing you do.
Every time we say the word remind, one chaos.
Oh god. Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm calm
We're
now.
taking a short break from DMing in general.
Okay.
As we were, you spend your time wandering through the Dawn Docks with both Max and Eli taking kind of center point in front of you. The 2 of them not being plastered all over the city. Take lead, as it were.
Yeah.
They rely on your eye as you've spent more time with Subil, and frankly, they expect you to better be able to understand where he may go, where he may kind of deviate to, what his tactics are. They just keep an eye out for someone fitting his rough description, and from the short amount of time they've actually spent looking at him, which, considering the only time they've had an extended conversation with him was shortly after they were attacked by a horrifying flesh monster.
Yeah.
There was no giant flesh monster.
Handy.
Says Edlynnne, repressing.
Edlynnne has never met this creature. I don't know what you mean.
What, you held onto it with one hand and fused yourself with a handrail with the other.
No, that wasn't Edlynnne. No, that was somebody else.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
As you go, you spend a bit of time talking with them, or at least they talk and kind of try and drag you into the conversation a little bit.
Yeah.
It's up to you fully how much you'd like to engage.
Oh, yeah. What are they on about?
Max is mostly whinging about his injuries.
Okay.
Not particularly enjoying the feeling, and this is his first time, apparently the first time he's ever experienced any form of alchemical healing. In his own words, I tried a few substances. None of them was so much there to, heal you.
Fair.
I ain't
gonna judge.
Frankly, I don't give a shit if you do.
Fair enough.
They kind of continue moving through the Dawn Docks at this point, and he goes, there's this one, cat's eye. Got my hands on it. Just kind of centers your vision a little bit more, gives you that little bit more longevity to your sight, as it were. It's great, fucking amazing. And brings these really lovely colors into your peripheral vision. Never seen anything like them before.
Okay. Cool.
I mean, I had some back at the house, but that's
a bit
probably been taken now.
Sorry about that.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. I can find some more. As you're walking, Eli just also chips up. Out of interest, it's Jack, right?
Yeah.
Cool. What's the business with Jules then? She's taken a bit of a liking to Lottie, or so it seems.
I don't know him that well, but we met on the road, and we all sort of collectively met on the road. I don't know her reasoning, but she took a liking to us somehow, and so I guess she's been helpful, more than helpful. So we're glad to have her along. Not really sure what's going on between those two, but not my business, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, mostly it's just, I won't lie, I'm more concerned for Lottie. I mean, I put it this way. I've seen thieves in the past, and good God, if Jules doesn't scream, I'll pick your pocket if you look in the wrong direction for too long.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, at least I trust her enough to leave my backpack around for when I had one for a bit. She hasn't, and nothing's gone missing as for when we were on the road together. So, I feel like point her in a direction and things might be pilfered, but I think she knows which pockets to keep out of, I guess.
I mean, I can tell the pockets she's not trying to keep out of, and Max just sniggers. And then follows up. What about you? You got any eyes for anyone?
Oh, no,
I'm assuming in the nicest way. I mean, frankly, they're all a bit fucking scary.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly.
Taking off as a compliment.
The Eddie with a... He just kind of raps on a bucket that a little small kind of metal bucket that you walk past on the street.
Oh, yeah, no, that's we don't know what that's about. We didn't. I guess it's. I'll say this under my whisper. That channeling. I assume, but again, she never could do anything like that when we first met her, and then
Max, Crush and Eli comments, as channelers for you, as you well know, he says, a little bit too loud for your liking?
Yeah.
I mean, frankly, look at you, big man. Fucking hell. I mean, I want to make the obvious joke, giant stone man, you're compensating or something, but I
didn't. Well, nobody ever asked for.
How have you not been snapped up at this point? Not by a person, I mean by the Inquisition.
Yeah. These. Well, I don't know how it typically goes, but as far as I understand, channelers normally start off as they're aware of it from a young age. Let's just say I was a late bloomer in that sense.
Don't worry, some of us all, come to ourselves a little bit later than others.
Yeah.
At which point he glances at Max, who goes bright red. Either way, it doesn't look like your man's here. Let's move on.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, let's have a look. See.
At which point you start making your way to the bridge and just keeping yourselves as quiet as possible. Oh, we lost Edlynnne.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Dun, dun, dun.
Who am I going to banter with now?
Let's all say things about her behind her back.
Yes.
No,
Very
she would kill me. She would kill us in our sleep, let's be honest.
Well, you'd rat us out.
Look, there's a sister code,
yeah.
okay? There's
fair.
a sister code.
The sisterhood.
We'll continue on, just for the moment. You loop around the Dawn Docks, heading straight back up north towards Chapel Market and come to the southernmost bridge. As you reach it, just kind of from general notes, you realise that the foot traffic on the bridge has picked up quite dramatically. And this is getting quite late into the night at this point. You're starting to hit kind of 5 bells towards 6. So evening even, sorry. Just kind of glancing over, there is a lot more in the realms of people making their way through, an increase in carriages. At the moment, you see one, the second it comes off the bridge, immediately turning north and heading up those roads instead. Something that you would kind of note straight away, and Max certainly does. Why would they be going north from here? Surely they just take a higher bridge. Well, they did say, Eli comments. They did say they were closing a bridge off.
Yeah, well, hang on. So is this the bridge they're closing off for the convoy then?
Well, my guess would be if they're closing off one of the other bridges, then they would go from there. But as you ponder that over, we're going to give Edlynnne a few minutes to see if she can pop on back, and we will take ourselves a short break. We will back in 5-10 minutes or so, and see you all shortly. Hello, everyone. Thank you and welcome back. We all know who to blame for our early break, and it is Lynn's internet. But it's fixed now.
Hi. You get to
Don't
see
be
this.
sorry. Don't be sorry. Be better.
Yeah.
That's what I say to my 9-year-old.
I basically have the mental capacity of a 9-year-old most days, so.
I mean, we're all here, aren't we? I thought that was what we had in common.
Yes.
Yes, I think it is.
Just
Yeah.
sort of that's a given for at this point.
I think we should get Ben's 9-year-old on next stream just so she can put us all to shame.
Oh no, if you think I'm harsh, you at this point.
We would be crying.
She makes me cry. She
She gave me
makes
sweets
cry.
once. She's like my best friend.
I like how Jago said it as a hypothetical, it was like we would be crying, and Holly, it's factual. She makes me cry.
No, she actually makes.
It
I think Ben
happens.
can
It's
attest to
happened.
this. She made me cry like one day, like actually made me cry.
I'm just imagining
Okay,
this 9-year-old kicking your ass now.
That's what happened.
And
I gave
stayed
you a
out.
packet of sweets after that and said, well done.
You were a good punching bag.
Right, pick back up then. So, we'll return once again across the city, leaving Max, Eli, and Jack at the most southernmost bridge of Chapel Market. As we find Subil slowly cutting through towards Lang's House of Affordable Love. You're arriving early. That much is distinctly true. Early by about, well, at this point, 7 hours. But you find the building. It's not overly difficult, especially seeming as you've spent a little bit of time in the area at this point. Just on the kind of easternmost portion of Newtown, westernmost portion of Newtown, edging onto the warehouse district, overlooking a small alleyway and just peeling away from the street, hidden from decent eyes, you find Lang's House of Affordable Love. There's a single door that leads in, and heavy shuttered windows obscure the vision, obscure your line of sight going inside. Thick red curtains can be seen just kind of stuck in the windows here or there and obscuring a little bit of the vision into the lowest floor. The door is closed with a very faded lick of red paint on there that seems to have just given way over the edge of the years. It doesn't appear to be closed so much as you can hear people inside. Thankfully, all you can hear is the sound of general chatter as you kind of come a little bit closer to the building, people talking on the other side of the door. And as you kind of come a little bit closer, you become aware of a few other men that are lurking in the alleyway nearby. A couple just sat in a small courtyard with a large bottle, just brown bottle full of what you assume to be either hard liquor or beer from their general demeanor. And then sitting back in their chairs, slouching slightly, kind of haphazardly watching you as they just swig slowly and continue to talk to one another. It's up to you what you'd like to do.
I don't think Sybil's going to head in just yet. He's still shaken up from everything. So I think he instead is going to walk by. Is there anywhere around that he would be able to get a good view from above? Because I think he's in the perching mood. He's in Assassin's Creed mood today.
You're up for a little bit of brooding. The building itself is actually quite tall. It spreads over 3 to 4 floors. You've got, of course, ground level that then leads into 3 additional levels, each of which have 2 windows facing, and right in the middle, a small door that opens into a balcony. It isn't the tall. It's among the taller buildings in this small area. As I said, because it's down an alley and somewhat closed off, you've got two large buildings that run alongside it, completely parallel, but flush to the wall, as if they're just several buildings that just continue off of one another.
Yeah.
There's no real position for you to kind of perch without climbing up onto one of the, 3-story buildings that linger around the edge. And even then, you won't be able to get above it.
Okay.
And it's quite fine.
Yeah, I'm not the most physical of all in the party. That I will be the first to admit. In which case, I'm going to mark the location, but I'm not going to. I'm going to discover the location, wait for the little text box to come up, and then I'm going to go and have a look at any other little locations nearby, little shops, I think. First off, how busy is the area that we're in?
The actual kind of alleyway that leads into Lang's is quiet as all hell.
Yeah, general area.
You heading out onto the street, however, as you're kind of crossing over from Newtown, which is distinctly more busy as it is very much kind of, if you would say tourist trap seems the most appropriate way of wording it. It's where your main stores are. It's where you're seeing all your cafes and bakeries, small shops selling goods from the ports. They linger up and down the high streets here and cater off into small side streets. And it's quite busy because of that, especially considering the late hour of the day. You've got a lot of people closing up shop and heading home. Passing through the area, just heavy foot traffic because of that. You've got small carts that are heading off through the Lost Court Road, which kind of borders this line as well. So heavy foot traffic, and also a lot of people settling into the smaller cafes for what you'd assume to be their dinner. On the other side of the main street, however, over in the warehouse district, it's significantly quieter. Ideally, again, as people seem to be exiting it and heading for their homes.
Okay. In which case, is there any point in the warehouse district or on the edge of that I would be able to get a good view of this alleyway? Maybe more in the shadows or a little bit more obscured from view?
Do me a, let's say, I'm going to go with Insight Survival check. Just difficulty 2.
Okay.
If you can establish this position.
So it's 9 to beat. Okay, let's have a look. So that's 1 success and then 1 failure. No complications.
Okay, so no complications.
No.
You don't manage to find anything that kind of cuts over into the warehouse district and gives you clear line of sight. The alley is just kind of too far out of the way. They have distinctly picked a building that if you didn't know what it was, you wouldn't accidentally wander into it.
Yeah.
And in doing so, have kept away from line of sight of most people. To keep an eye on it, you are going to have to close in onto the street, which is quite busy. However, as I say, there are cafes. There's a small park near the area. And by say park, I mean the equivalent of a small piece of green that seems to have survived the city being built around it, rather than a distinct area that's been built up.
I see. I have 2 coin left. Is that enough for a coffee?
It is exactly enough for our coffee.
Yeah, in which case, Subil's just going to walk through the busy part of the crowd and attempt another pickpocket, just like a few sessions ago.
Okay.
In the moving crowd. Yeah, I think he is.
Brave man, go for it. So give me a coordination stealth check then, please.
Coordination stealth, okay. So it's
just
9
going to be opposed.
14 to beat.
There's 2 momentum if you want it.
Whoa, that's 1 success and a crit. So 3 successes.
You generate 2 momentum.
Hey!
Damn.
That man needs to keep a better hand on his wallet.
and you lift a wallet from someone as they pass by. Literally, you get to a point where you see someone getting ready to pay their bill off, and they place the money down in a small pot, turn to talk to their partner, and as you walk past, you just snap it up and continue moving. A few moments later, you check, and you've got about the equivalent of essentially a piece of script, which is worth about 10. So just literally paper money, and 4 more coin attached. So 14 in total.
Okay. Good. That will buy my lunch. Cool. I'm going to go a couple of coffee shops beyond until I'm in a good place to keep an eye on the alleyway.
Yeah.
I'm going to... presumably there's spaces available that I would be able to hypothetically sit and get a kind of... what's the stakeout view?
Yeah.
I'm going for the stakeout.
You find a place... when we say a good coffee shop, unfortunately, whereas they seem to have distinctly tried to avoid notice, the stores around the House of Affordable Love have distinctly catered to the clientele in the area. And your nice little coffee shop very rapidly turns into a small rundown bar where you get the distinct opinion as you just open the door into it. There is a single table lurking outside, but rather than it being a table, it is distinctly just the lid of a barrel that has been nailed to a large bit of log.
Creative.
With 2 other sawn in half barrels serving as the chairs for it. So weirdly, there's even a small glass with a long dead flower just leaning out of it.
Charming.
In the middle of the table.
I thought the flowers were meant to make it look prettier and spice it up. You know, a guy's just gone like, "We need flowers. Get one from down back." He's just like picked one up and found it down the road. Ta-da!
You swing the door open inside, and there is so little light when you step in that the light you kind of bleed into the room sends a shadow across the other side of it. You briefly illuminate the few patrons in there who are kind of leant over the bar and get the atypical moment where they all just kind of glare over.
Yeah, but like again, like in my brain, it's still a coffee shop, so it's not like intimidating like in a saloon. It's people with like a Costa cup, just like. Yeah. They've got like a little blueberry muffin, like.
You're not entirely wrong. When you go closer, you do expect to see beer and other bits and pieces, and you just see cups of tea and coffee. But in tin cups more than anything else, and they're just
sophisticated.
Putting them in place. It's this very greedy feeling to the room, as if the coffee may be the last thing the person you pass is ever going to drink.
Lovely. That's optimism.
You glance over, you can see grease stains around the edges of the cups, and as you walk past someone who kind of gets up, smiles at you, revealing half a mouthful of missing teeth, and just walks past, fiddling with coins in his pocket, straight past you. You go to sit on the chair, and the chap behind the bar just looks at you and goes, "I wouldn't."
What did I do? I've been in for 6 seconds.
No, not. I just mean no. Don't sit in that chair. I'm fairly sure that guy's been there for like the last 5 hours. And he's 5 coffees in.
Yeah. I'll go to that one then.
Yeah.
I'm going to slip over to the next possible chair. Oh. Open much?
Huh?
Open often? Doing well? Good business? It's been a long day.
What do you want?
Can I have a coffee?
Yeah. How do you take it?
I mean, how many options have you got?
I got
it's
black.
Coffee. Yeah.
And I got not black.
Well, what's the not black? If you can't have coffee that's not something.
You just hear from further down the bar. He means normal and pricks coffee. Oh, shut up, you! It's got
Which one's the pricks
milk.
one?
It's milk.
Is that the pricks coffee or the normal coffee?
What do you think? You a
I
prick?
don't know. Well, you tell me. I don't want to be. That's why I'm asking.
It's no milk.
No milk's the pricks coffee.
No milk. Were you brought up or raised up? Or you brought up or dragged up?
Yeah, you just no milk then. No milk.
Fucking right. And he just kind of wanders, just takes a few shuffled steps away.
I think I prefer the complex, abstract alchemist machine than this guy. Like, I'll take my chances with the engineering check.
You see him walk up to these two large kind of vats that have small taps just built into the side of them. One of them has fire just running underneath it, warming it. And he just wanders over to the tap with this tin mug, which he kind of looks at.
That's how they used to do it back on the streets, back in the day. Who needs water? Don't waste it.
And he just opens the tap, and you just see this thick black muck come out, steaming as it goes.
Takes me back to my days growing up on the streets. That and the really acidic smell. Yeah, burns your nostrils.
He places it down in front of you, and you become aware at this point. Your eyes kind of adjust to the very low light. You kind of glance around to see other people sat at these kind of barrel cut tables. You see one just scouring with an ink pen and a vial of ink nearby over this stack of papers and just pushing one side to the next. You see a couple of more people in the corner who are distinctly trying to not have you look at them. And as the owner comes back and just puts the mug in front of you, people don't come here to talk.
Yeah, no, I get you. People come to drink their sorrows away with something that makes you hyperactive and talk all the time.
It's mostly fishermen. Most of these pricks are going out to sea tonight. I told you I'm not a prick. I don't fucking care. He has milk.
I lean over and go, "What a prick!"
You're right. Shit! And he just slams his hand on the table next to your cup, just grinds it up to reveal a cockroach just crushed under his hand.
Hey, you got him.
Yeah. And she then just wipes his hand off in a cloth that he then shortly thereafter takes to another tin mug.
I'm just going to take my sleeve and just like subtly bring it up to my hand, just wipe the rim of the tin just all the way around. Maybe a couple of times, just...
if anything, you just move the grease around.
Yeah, it's getting on my clothes. It's stained. That's not going to come. It's not going to come out, is it?
No, that doesn't come out.
I mean,
blood.
I wouldn't know. We're gonna. Do you say these fishermen are going out tonight?
Yeah. What do you think?
Do you know
coffee at 6 bells?
Well, yeah, you're not wrong. Hungover?
Like a madman as a fucking anything caffeinated late at night.
I mean, the madman that invented coffee. That's what I'd say.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know?
Anyway, that's a coin, mate.
Oh yeah. Do you know if these fishermen need any crews? I'm gonna grab like my coin pouch, not flashing it because I know better than in this kind of place, and just pull out a single coin and just put it on the table, and then say, yeah. Do you know anyone else? Do you know any other any fishermen that need some crews? Put another coin on the table and slide them both over to him.
He just slaps his hand down again, just slides them over, immediately picks them up.
Tastes good, eh?
Fucking weirdo. Oh. He slides them down. It just slides them into his apron. I'll be honest with you, mate. Do you think if they owned a fishing boat, they'd be here?
Well, yeah, but I feel like the people that are above always probably need a little helping hand, however cheap it's going nowadays.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, head down to Dust Docks at night and someone will fucking pick you up. There's this one guy, yeah, some poor fucker had his ship sunk the other night.
Oh, bugger. Hate it when that happens.
And there's been some disappearances, actually. If anything, this is going to be a good time for you.
Oh, shit. Well, capitalize on others' misfortune. I guess that's the way of Chalice, isn't it?
Nah. You're not wrong. Right.
You got any seats upstairs or looking outside? Or like the view? Not upstairs. You know what I mean. Outside.
What bougie place do you think this is?
Well, I don't know. You can have dreams, can't you?
No.
Get some. It's boring otherwise.
You get some.
That's why I want to look outside. Have you got any seats outside?
Did you see seats when you walked in?
No, I didn't see anything. That's why I needed the coffee.
Then you might as well get your fucking eyes checked. Yes, we've got seats outside.
All right.
You know. And he just walks off at this point, just continues to make his way down. Just walks over to one of the big vats of coffee, takes a big ladle, and just smacks it.
Oh no. I'm going to grab my coffee and I'm going to go outside and find a seat that's a little bit subtle. Yeah. And then slump into it and start watching that alley. But not as if I'm looking like I'm watching the alley, you know?
Yeah.
Natural.
You step outside and kind of pop yourself down on the little barrel. You realise the barrel actually isn't tall enough for your legs to go under the table. They just kind of rest next to it. You put your mug down
how does that feel to have a chair that's just not tall enough? Because every time I sit,
oh, poor you.
As you put your mug down, you look at it in natural light, and your skin crawls.
I'll pretend like I'm sipping it.
Well, as you kind of twist it, it takes a couple of seconds for the coffee to actually follow the mug.
Do the Pavlova test, like.
Okay. You could put a spoon in it, and it'd take a minute for it to,
the spoon disappeared. You just go out the handles there. It's like steam at the end. Okay. No.
Meanwhile, as Subil eats his coffee, we return to Subil and Cecily and Edlynnne. Can I ask you for another insight observation or insight survival check, please?
Okay, I don't think I have any survival.
I had to remind
insight observation.
Yeah, then I have to remind you about that.
Oh, I have one survival. It's going to be insight observation, 12 to beat. Okay. Is this both of us, or am I leading and...
One of you will lead, the other will assist.
Eddie, do you want me to lead again?
Yeah, you've got better insight observation than I do.
That's a complication.
Oh.
And that's a success.
I got success as well.
2 successes.
Two successes, and I probably just am looking at Eddie and just walking into a lamppost or something, knowing Cecily.
Now I need a agility stealth check from either of you at difficulty 3.
Oh god!
Okay, I've got 11 agility stealth.
We have 4 momentum.
Just I have 7 agility stealth. Eddie, do you want to just take it and...
I will leave you. I'll buy a dice as well.
5-15.
We don't have that kind of momentum.
Don't think Ben will let me.
You're right.
Agility stealth, yeah?
Agility stealth.
Do I still need to roll, or is
you still need to assist? I mean, you can choose not to. It is up to you.
Okay.
Well, what's the difficulty again? Say 3? 3.
Agility stealth. Okay.
Oh boy.
Come on, Dice. You've been so good to me recently. Don't rebel this week.
They rebelled.
Rebellion?
Yeah. Failure and a complication again.
Well, I mean, I got a failure.
Well, 10 and a 20.
I got a failure, a pass, and a nat 1. So
Sesame's useless.
That is. Now you know how I feel on Tuesdays.
oh yeah, I feel so bad on Tuesdays.
The fact, just to reiterate, as you were saying earlier, Lynn, you do have a full complement of void points. Because at the moment, that is a succeeded test with a complication. It is up to you if you would like to spend that void point to reroll your dice.
I would like to spend a void point to reroll my dice. I'm going to reroll my... Actually, no. I'm just going to put those 2 dice away, and I'm going to get this other dice out, and hopefully this one's going to treat me a bit better. Let me just adjust that I've spent a void.
Not 20.
Yeah.
It's a 19.
Fucking.
Do you have an
I've gone
injury?
from a complication to a failure, which is
Do you have any
marginally
injuries?
better. Do I have
Do you
any
have any-
injuries? No, I don't think so. I think we got rid of all of those.
I'm
Do I
fairly
have
sure
any?
we did wipe the board.
Yeah, I think we got
No, I
rid of
don't have any injuries.
Okay.
Okay.
Jules,
Okay, good.
Jules sorted
Then
me
you're
out.
fine. That is
Okay.
3 successes in that case,
Oh.
which is exactly what you needed.
Really
Edlynnne's doing so. I'm so proud of her. She's actually doing something for once in her
I
life.
really
Oh my
tried.
God.
I don't know what's wrong with my dice this week.
That was
Well,
terrifying.
You cut back down through Newtown, heading your way towards Faithview Hills via Old Town. And in doing so, you decide to take the northernmost bridge as a transport point. As you reach it, again, you get to the point where you realize that there's an increase in foot traffic moving up and past it, but not on it. The closer you get, you realize that the entirety of the northern bridge has been closed off, with a set of barricades set up to block entry from either direction. Barricades that are designed to move, so more akin to gates than that. Worryingly, they are heavily manned. Just on casual approach, you pick up at least 4 Protectorate Guard, 2 Inquisitorial Acolytes, and in addition to them, the black uniform of a warden.
We should not.
Let's
You-
backtrack.
Very rapidly turn back on yourselves and follow the moving crowd to avoid notice, thanks to your 3 successes. As I say, it's a heavily watched area at this point, and every single one of those people were armed. You saw rifles in the hands of each and every member of the Protectorate. The Inquisitorial Acolytes, whatever they're armed with, seemed to be hidden beneath their robes. And the Warden itself, again, there was nothing discernible on their person beyond a large saber strapped to their left flank.
I want to steal it. No, I don't. I'm not allowed to.
Just this once, maybe we don't go after the shiny pointy thing.
I can't even do a shiny pointy thing. Mine's not pointy anymore.
Like, we will get you a shiny pointy thing, but now it's not the time.
It's always the time. Please.
You lucky.
It's not the time.
Oh, just something to me.
You loop back around, passing again up through Newtown, following back through Chapel Market, and head to the centermost bridge and begin to cross over there. Again, there's heavier foot traffic, as you can see. More and more people are just being pushed into these passageways instead of the further bridge. You cross over into Old Town and spend a couple of hours combing the area. At this point, you set off, as I said, at about 5, so now you're approaching 8, and you still have no sign of Subil.
I don't think we're going to find him, honestly. I mean, it's Subil. He's very good at hiding when he wants to hide. So,
Very true. He does just disappear. But I guess we have some idea of where they could potentially be taking Sam if they've blocked off that bridge. So it's
I
not
mean,
a wasted
again,
journey.
but it's the whole thing. If they're taking Sam, in this particular route. It still feels like a trap.
Yes.
Like a trap.
I will agree.
We don't have anything else, which is great.
So we don't know where they're taking Sam. We don't know where Subil is.
We don't even know where the rest of the group is. We didn't really. Did we establish a meeting point in case we didn't find?
We were going back to the cafe, but it's a bit of a trick.
And we didn't really set a time, did we?
No. But if nothing else, there will be a boat at Lost Docks because Kurt said he'd have one there this evening.
Yeah, we left Lottie and we left Kurt on the roof of somewhere. It wasn't
even a roof. Nearby. It was literally just
we left Kurt in the cafe.
Yeah, he was just like, I'm just gonna stay in the cafe.
He'll be nearby.
How? Because we're in Old Town now. Just like out of character. How close are we to Subil?
I cannot tell you.
Oh, damn it. I just wanted to know for that moment when we just kind of like walk past him but just fail to notice him because he's...
Oh, God.
Okay. This is one of those moments where Edlynnne just wants to be back in Weast, man, honestly. You can just tell. She's just like, I want to be back in Weast. She's probably said it like a million times.
I think
I want to be back in Weast.
Try and like cheer Edlynnne up, I'm just going to do our whole thing of planning our little cafe, and we can just pretend that we're looking at potential cafes. It's like, one day, maybe when all of this is over, we could open up this place. And just wander around looking at various cafes.
Buildings that we could one day afford.
Yeah. I think that's what I might suggest. It's like, how about we do some daydreaming about our future cafe? And then we can just start like wandering around and I feed her non-suspicious buns. I'm going to run out of buns shortly. But
as long as you've got suspicious buns for Subil, then fine.
Yeah.
You're running out of non-suspicious ones.
I think at this moment, now that Edlynnne's kind of seen the place that could be that they reckon is, the what word am I looking for? Roots. There we go. Is the route that they're potentially taking Sam, which I don't believe at all. She's very much going to be thinking, how do I get myself out of this situation to save Sam without dragging Cecily into it? That's what Cecily's kind of seeing. It's like she's trying to plan something, but without getting Cecily involved, because she's very much trying to limit other people's deaths. Also, she wants her kid back, let's be honest.
Also, Cecily's squishy, and I think he's very aware of it.
Yeah, Edlynnne's just like, okay, find somewhere to put Cecily, run away, steal a shiny stabby thing, save the kid, run away some more.
Just imagining you've got a barrel that you just put her in.
Run away, open a cafe.
Yeah.
Cecily, stay in this barrel.
Just put me in a barrel.
That's how I get them out of the country. There you go. Just gonna put them in a barrel. But yeah, Edlynnne's very much not really paying attention to much at the moment because she's kind of in her own world trying to plan.
And I'm basically just trying to do the whole Cecily thing of like being really chipper and trying to cheer her up. And like, this place would look really nice if we just had some window planters.
And then it's just Edlynnne going, yeah, I do like the weather in summer. I prefer the winter, like really half-heartedly.
Yeah.
Not really paying attention to what anyone's saying kind of thing.
Fair. Well, as you make your way around and do exactly that, across the city, Jack.
Hello.
Can I ask you for an insight observational, insight survival check, please?
You know what? You can this time. I think I'll let you do.
How benevolent. Wrong word. How kind.
Yeah.
Benevolent?
I am a benevolent entity. This is correct. Right. No, I'm going to hold off on momentum because I got the boys helping me. Hey, that was at least one success. Are the boys helpful?
Yep. How many did you get?
I only got the one. Thank God they help. Thank God. Thank God.
You generate 2 momentum.
Hell yeah. That's up to 5 now.
You spend a couple more hours. You scour the Dawn Docks, as you had previously, cross over the southernmost bridge into Dusk Docks and find nothing there. Eli rather rapidly suggests that if they're not here. Maybe he's gone closer to home and headed back to the warehouse district. It's one of the easier places to get lost in. So you travel back up those roads, following the path up through to Lost Court. And as you kind of approach or move past the 8th hour, you push past a long series of alleyways, and out of the corner of your eye, at least briefly in your peripheral vision, you glance over and you see, sat outside a small, dingy store, on a stool that is barely high enough that he's kind of forcing his knees into his chest, with a mug of something in front of him that's slowly steaming. He's just kind of poking it every now and then, but glancing off to the side. If you didn't know who it was, he wouldn't catch your attention for more than half a second, but you know it to be Subil.
Oh, what the fuck? Mother fuck. No.
No, I dibs the first slap on Subil.
No. Is there another chair with him?
There is a chair, yes. As I think we've established, you're quite a bit taller than Subil.
Yeah.
Whereas he kind of perches on it. You kneel on it to the point your knees are kind of just up to your shoulders. It's like sitting in a children's chair.
This is not a great place. Okay. Yeah.
Not going to end well.
No.
As you kind of spot him, and as you're making your way over, Eli just mutters in your ear. Should we go and tell the others you found him? Or do you want us to stick around?
Yeah, you two go tell the others that we've got him in this area. Just we'll be in the area and
no worries, big man. And he just turns and goes.
He does not want to be dealing with this right now.
Yeah. I am a big man. I am.
As they kind of move away, you just kind of casually hear, "Why are we going? I'm not getting involved in this."
Yeah. All right. I'll just sort of walk up and stand across from him with my hands in my pockets.
Hi. Okay. We need to now leave. And I'm going to immediately get up. And not grab him because I don't want to touch, but go. Let's go.
Just sit for 2 seconds.
We don't have time for that. Let's get to an alley, please.
All right. That's cool.
We can't be drawing attention here.
We'll walk and talk.
Let's just walk to an alley first, somewhere that we're not going to be spotted. I'm going to find the nearest alley and just quick march, but try not to draw attention. Yeah, it's not easy.
Make me a quick coordination stealth check, please.
Will do. Difficulty what, sorry?
1.
1, okay.
I guess I'll assist. I guess.
You're the reason I'm doing the check.
What was that? What was that, sorry?
Agility, coordination stealth.
Coordination.
That's 2 successes.
That is a success.
Wonderful. Generating momentum.
We've got spent momentum. How lovely.
Dart off and immediately make your way over to a nearby alleyway and just disappear into it. Unbeknownst to you, as you dissipate, someone just kind of steps out of the front door, glances over. Ugh, it's not fucking good enough for some people. Picks up the mug that is barely touched. He looked like a prick.
It didn't have milk.
Yeah.
Fuck you,
You didn't drink it.
I dread to think what the milk would be like in that place if that's the state of the coffee.
It's not, it's just the other vat. Oh.
So really, Lynn, we have our benchmark of not what to make our cafe.
Yeah.
Anything is not this.
As long as that's set the bar. I think we can probably exceed that somehow.
Yeah,
I
just a
feel
little bit,
like in that place, if I'd asked for milk, then he would have gotten and chopped it on a chopping board and put it into my drink. It wouldn't have been poured. Yeah.
They're more like putting a block of cheese in there.
Delicious.
As I said, you drag Jack away, heading into a small alleyway. As you kind of make your way in, you just glance down, lead him, glance down, and just on the other end, you can see a few people kind of knelt over, a few sat on the floor, just chucking dice at a wall. Muttering to one another, a few curses pass between them every now and then as the dice just turn up in the wrong order. But they don't seem to pay you any attention.
What are you doing here? How did you find me? Why are you here?
Last I heard, you made a fucking song and dance about your bird being dead, then fucked off. And actively away from everybody. This
wasn't actively away from anybody except anywhere logical. And it turns out Juliana might not be. I got a message from Juliana following it up. Didn't have time, nor did I really want to tell everyone because you're meant to be focusing on Sam. Why are you here?
The whole reason you were going to have your conversation with Juliana so we could work out where the fuck he is. Right now, all we've got is a fucking death trap of that convoy. So, what?
Okay.
Edlynnne
so if any
came
of that
back.
changes, I would have let you know. But now there's 2 people for there to spot here rather than 1. This is meant to be discreet.
What are you talking about?
I'm meeting Juliana. Or I think I am. I don't know what to believe anymore. I just needed a win, okay? I just needed to know that...
Yeah, join the fucking club, we need a win.
Yeah, but I'm trying to do this discreetly.
Well, you're doing fucking excellent, mate.
Well, I was until the big guy showed up at the coffee shop that I was trying to stake out the place I'm waiting for. Now I lost my spot. I can't go and sit in the same place. We gotta keep an eye.
Right. So let me get this straight. You're meeting Juliana where?
That place. And I'll point over the road, presumably, or like trying to point to
Lang's House of Affordable Love.
That's the one. I had it on another tab. And I'm gonna get the note from Juliana and unroll it and show Jack. See? Now can we please go back to keeping an eye on this place so that we don't miss our shot again?
All right. Well, you go have your conversation. Hang on.
You've still got about 3.5 hours or so before the appointed time.
Well, I was staking out the place so that if people showed up early, I could figure out if it was a trap. But I can't anymore.
If it was right. So let me get from what Eddie told me. Inquisition members delivered that fucking message to you. So, so Juliana obviously knowingly sent to respond, but that right there is in secret ink. So that was an alternate message she didn't want the Inquisition to see. So I'm writing off it's not a trap.
Okay. How many times have we fallen into traps before?
How many times have we overthought things?
How many times have we actively avoided a trap?
How many times are we going to play this game?
When you answer how many times we've avoided the trap, because I wanted to avoid a trap at least once, and that means I've got to be careful, okay? If I'm not paranoid, what am I? I'm caught, so let's try and let's be paranoid. Don't be angry with being paranoid. Or we could just keep an eye on the place and not fall into a trap again.
Careful
again being the key point.
People in general, but we don't have the luxury of being.
We don't have that choice anymore.
No, we don't have the luxury of being careful. So, right, she wants to meet alone with you. Last time you did that, you made a fucking wonderful decision, didn't you?
As opposed to what decision, my friend? to give up people. I thought I was meant to keep, like, not.
We're
give
not
up
going to
people.
We're not going to get into that. But let's just say the group does not agree with your choice making at the moment.
Lovely. That's very good to know, which is why I wanted to group out of this so that I could try and make things right with Juliana without having
decisions
to worry
that affect
about
the group
selling
without
up
the
my
group.
friends.
Okay, yeah, decisions that affect the group without the group. That's anyway. We're not going to go into that now.
Voice is low.
Do you really think people fucking whatever? Look,
You
do your little.
just
do
over
your
the
little
shoulder.
stick.
You have drawn a little bit of attention because of the raised voices.
Yeah.
Look, you do your little fucking stakeout. If shit goes sideways, you've got an extra set of hands to pull you out, to pull your ass out of the fire.
Look,
And let's leave it at that.
Jack, I'll be honest. I don't think one pair of hands or two is going to get us out of this, which is why I wanted to be the only one that they could possibly get their hands on in this situation. What was I meant to do? Come and bring everyone here? Okay. We need to waste 3 hours, presumably, keeping an eye on that building.
Okay.
How do we now do that?
Well, it's your expertise.
I was practicing my expertise, but you've blown my cover. So I defer my judgment. Any
Let's go.
ideas?
Are there any shorter buildings or on the... Ooh, actually.
Ooh.
Is there any, like, sort of... I'm going to... is it worth? Fuck it,
Going
yeah.
for a roller coaster of emotions here.
I'm going to void point in
Oh.
across. I'm going to void point across the way.
Yep.
There's scaffolding on a building across the way from House of Affordable Love. Forget the name. That is currently not being worked on at the moment.
Ooh.
I'll accept that.
I like your brain.
And then I'm going to look at that. Look back at Subil.
That's gonna steal the brain.
I didn't see it, okay? I'm not very good at climbing. Let's
Like
just go.
Goddamn nowhere.
Yeah.
I swear that wasn't there before.
I am going crazy. I know I am now. I can't trust anything anymore.
Let's get to climbing then.
That we will.
You head on over, walking past, just walking straight back out of the alleyway, glancing back one more time, just seeing the same amount of people there. You catch just as you move away, you pass a couple of windows, catch your own reflections for a second or two, just see yourselves pass by immediately afterwards.
I don't have a hood.
Avoiding making any eye contact with my reflections. If any form.
If it helps, so is it. You reach the scaffolding. Thankfully, they seem to have left ladders up to just make it easier to get up and down, so I won't even ask you to roll for it. You just quite happily clamber on up. I will ask you to roll a stealth check, however, as I imagine you kind of want to try and avoid just being immediately.
Yeah.
It's only going to be difficulty 1. It's getting later in the night. People don't really care. So I'm just going to ask for agility stealth 1, please.
We have 6 momentum. Who wants stuff?
When did we get 6 momentum? What have I missed?
We racked it up throughout
Had a couple.
Me and the boys, we called some guys and we got it in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Do you want to go first then, Billy?
Do you want me to?
Yeah, go for it. Do you want momentum at all?
Yeah,
or?
I'll take a momentum.
Okay.
Because I want to be sneaky.
Yeah, extra stealth.
That's 1. Okay, that's 2 successes.
All right, that's that momentum immediately regenerated. You'll love to see it. And I will also take a momentum on that because I do not want to fuck this up.
Roll for ladder.
Roll for ladder.
Not 20. It's a snake.
That is 2 successes.
Wonderful.
So that's that regenerate.
Generating momentum accordingly. The two of you make your way up, and just even if people kind of pay any attention to you, as you're going up, you find just some various bits and pieces, hammers, nails, and even a coat that's just been kind of left.
Yoink.
So you grab those blended.
I need a better coat.
It was going to be the first to say yoink, or yeah, I'm grabbing that.
Put it on. It's you flinging it on, Jack. It's a little bit tight on the back, but you know it'll hold.
Nothing ever fucking fits.
Hey, I'll have it if it doesn't fit you. Is all I'm saying.
I mean, technically,
Look at how Jules dressed me.
Yeah, you look beautiful. Stop complaining, man.
Yeah, you're doing great, not drawing attention.
It's a woolen jacket with elbow
thin.
patches, so
It's fine.
You're already on thin fucking ice, mate.
You make your way up to the top of the scaffolding and settle in. You can still make out Lang's House of Affordable Love now from your perch. You can see that the windows have started to open up, and the front door has even opened at this point. The two men that were kind of lingering in the courtyard have made their way inside, and you see a variety of men, women, and people who very much kind of seem to be fluid between, lingering just outside the doorstep at this point, as if waiting. You don't catch their attention, thankfully, but they distinctly catch the attention of a couple more people that make their way down the alleyways, and greet them in the most appropriate manner they can, carousing them into the building and just disappearing with various suitors over the next couple of hours as you just linger in place and wait. The wind slowly kind of just pushing through the air. You feel the cool rush of it just playing across your skin. And just as that second hour starts to peter in, you get this distinct itchiness starting to just spread out from the stones running along your face, Subil. It's just a small itch, but it's definitely setting in.
I'm going to make sure to just keep an eye out on the rest of the wherever we are, balconies, roof area. Looking over my shoulders. You just glance around the area and don't see anything up until the point you just kind of look over. And as you're kind of sat at the top of the scaffolding, there's another ladder that leads up onto the roof, but doesn't kind of give you an accurate view onto the area as it's a sloped roof. So you're kind of lingering near a window. And as you go to look, your reflection is already looking at you. Oh, why?
The second you snap that thing's attention, you blink and it just returns to normal.
Jack, you feeling all right?
Peachy, by the way.
Yeah, all right.
The coat's keeping you warm. There's a slight breeze, but
Yeah, not too bad. Why? Are you getting the heebie-jeebies?
Yeah. I don't know if it's dark rooftops or weird reflections, but I really don't like it. It's one of those things. Just keep an eye out, yeah?
Or do you want to... Oh, what's it? Reflective surfaces. Trying to smash the window? No, that just makes more windows. Tell you what,
It's
is
more
there any...
smaller windows, yeah.
Hang on, what if I...
if you've got your spare coat, the one that you switched out, you just hang that over the window.
Yeah, I was going to say I'll take that and sort of try and just prop it up with the nails if there's nothing, if there's because you said there's hammer and nails, so
yeah,
if there's nothing for it to just hang on,
you just apply them into the mortar above the window. It takes a few good swings, but you've got the strength for it. And just create yourself a temporary curtain. You do have to stand in front of that window for a good few minutes doing so, however. But at no point do you see your reflection do anything that you don't do.
Okay. That's that dealt with.
You kind of, even glancing back though, you can see Subil unconsciously at this point just scratching at the stones around his face. Just do a quick insight observation test for me, difficulty 2.
Inside observation, difficulty 2.
He's very insightful, check.
I've got to borrow a momentum. That's 3 successes.
You generate a momentum, and you're fairly sure the last time you saw Subil, the stones had kind of spread from down here to about there. At this point, they're starting to go here, there, growing out under his jaw.
Subil, can you just lift your chin up a minute?
Oh no, what is it?
They appear to be spreading.
Yeah, they're definitely fucking spreading, mate.
Yep. Oh, that's not good.
Can't imagine.
I don't exactly know what it is. I don't look in mirrors often. What is it?
Do you mind if I get a bit closer?
Yeah, just don't touch.
Okay. Can I just...
You inspect it.
Yeah.
And essentially what you're seeing is the stone is obsidian.
Okay.
Very brittle, but incredibly sharp. To the point that you're fairly confident, if you were to just tap on it with any hard surface, it would break away. But what it's doing is it isn't so much spreading as cutting out from under.
So there's like sort of like sprouting out.
Yeah, you can see where the skin has been just severed and opened. You can see just around this portion that there's actually loose bits of skin hanging off.
Is there a glove around?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, a big, like a thick glove.
It would make sense for the work.
Yeah. Do you mind if I just try and pull one out?
Yeah, I kind of do.
Got a glove. Semi-surgical.
I don't really like people
That's how it works, right?
to touch, especially not the weird things on my face.
Yeah, but we could get it out of you.
Right.
Could get it out of you.
I don't
Would
know
you
what
rather
it is.
it in your face or it out your face?
Well, I mean, I don't. It's not that I don't
Well, let's
trust
just
you.
try one. I'll give it a little
But-
pull and we'll see what
But a
happens.
worker's glove and facial surgery don't usually work too well together.
Look, I won't pull too hard. I'll be gentle.
It
I know it's
doesn't
the
matter
first
how
time.
hard you put. Like that doesn't change anything. It's still going to be traumatic. I don't know. No, no, thank you.
Oh, God, you're such a fucking...
Yeah.
Oh, you seen this then? I'll just sort of fucking show off the fucking vines in my...
Oh, dude. Yeah, I was there for the.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Don't have to remind me. We're all fucked up. I get it. Look, let's just keep an eye on the bouncers and the people going in, okay?
Well, look, you showed me yours. I'll show you mine.
No, that's nasty.
Meanwhile, Edlynnne
How many
says,
innuendos can I fucking get in there?
you at this point have finished scouring Old Town and Faithview Hills, and at this point have kind of made the executive decision to start making your way back towards Golden Brown to potentially meet back up with Kurt and the others. You turn back on yourselves, make your way back over the bridge, which is starting to quiet down now as you hit about 8, 9 bells, approaching 10. And as you make your way through Chapel Market, you notice Eli making his way in the opposite direction from you. You have that moment where you notice one another across the area, and he just darts over to the two of you. Hi, we found him.
Oh, excellent. Where was he?
Up at the warehouse district, some dingy coffee place.
Sounds a bit like him trying to blend in. That would kind of make sense. Any reason why he was there? Did he tell you? Or
Oh, I don't fucking know. Your man Jack went over to talk to him, and I left them to it.
okay, that's fair.
Max has gone to pick up Lottie, Kurt, and Jules, So we should meet them there.
Okay. How far away are we from them?
About 10-15 minute walk.
Oh, okay. Not too bad. I was like, if we go on the other side of the city, I'd be like, I'm not walking back that way again.
You had. This is you basically doubling back on yourself. So you had gone to the total opposite side of the city to where he was.
Yep.
That's fine.
That sounds about right for Cecily.
We were cafe shopping, okay? It happens. Leave us alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were.
In fairness, to somewhat rub salt in the wound, he's about 10 minutes away from Golden Brown.
We were having a nice walk and chat.
I would like to unsubscribe from my subscription of this thing now, please.
What?
Unsubscribed.
No, no longer.
Your free trial of life has ended.
That becomes pay to win.
Yeah.
Isn't it always?
Okay, well, I'm just going to say,
especially now.
Yeah, so like, just going to address Eddie and just be like, well, did you want to go and see Subil and slap him in the face, or should we just like, well, now we know he's safe and Jack's with him, should we just, I don't know, go back and sit with Kurt and maybe have some more pastries if you're not sick of them already?
Well, let's assess this, shall we? Do we go to Subil, where I can slap him in the face and he will not slap me back because he doesn't like to be touched, and also, you know, I don't know what kind of strength he is. Or B, do we go back to Kurt, who I will probably stop because, to be honest, we don't like each other. I will slap him.
Or we
We're
could
gonna
just
have
go...
to.
Wait, you were going to have to meet up with one of them anyway, or if you like, we could just head down to the dust docks, just sit and chill next to the water with a nice soothing sound and wait for everyone else to arrive.
Why do I imagine like
why
meditation?
did I leave Wheat? Why did I leave Wheat? Why? Let's let's just go see Subil. Let's just get it over and done with.
Okay.
I will let you know now. I mean, if you want me to walk faster, then no. I have to prepare myself to not be angry in the second I see him.
Okay.
So, you know, just, you
That's
know.
fine.
Eli chirps up, so I'd quite like you to move fast.
Like, Cecily's just going to do a deep breath in.
Kurt and the others will meet us there. They closed. He was out on the streets when we arrived. They closed the shop, so the longer we're not keeping them waiting.
I'm gonna get slapped either way, aren't I?
I mean, it's fine. He only pulled you out of an Inquisition ship. It's fine. You know, inconvenience him.
I mean, that was
as he just walks away.
I'm just gonna say that's Cecily. Let's go, jeez, and she's gonna start walking, but like doing like the teenager stomp, just like doesn't want to be there, you know, just like.
I'm just gonna sort of like, she can't see me. I'm just gonna roll my eyes and then just go after, like a mum dealing with a teenager.
Look, okay, this.
At one point,
I've lost my kid. I'm sad.
Eli doesn't slow down at any point, but at one point he does kind of just over his shoulder. He opens a small pack of Mentacoin cigarettes and just kind of looms them behind him, waving them in your direction, waiting a couple of seconds to see if anyone takes them.
Yes, I know I shouldn't, but yes, yeah, you want.
He slightly just allows you to take them, puts them back in his pocket, pulls out a match, lights his, flings the match on the floor, and just keeps walking.
Hey!
Dick it!
Can we have a match? Can we have a match,
I guess
please?
I've got an alchemist kit. I've got lots of matches in there.
Thank you.
Thanks, Eli.
Really,
sorry, Eli.
Is it the same Eli who got his throat ripped out like 5 sessions ago?
Even though I glued you back together, thanks, Eli. That's my inner monologue.
I thought that was
actually going to say it to
okay.
his face.
Eli's the older of the two.
I'm so confused. I don't know who's here anymore. But okay, I will obviously smoke, be like first time smoking, try to hold back a cough and just be like, no, gonna be strong.
You
like
just
literally
let it
keeping it in. It's just literally just keeping it in. It's just like a form of like, got this, Edlynnne, keep it in kind of thing.
Just imagine you don't remember the breathing out part. Yeah, this is great.
Wait, you're supposed to be breathing? Oh, Edlynnne hasn't been.
I'm just going to be giving Edlynnne some funny looks, but trying not to be judgmental.
At some point, she lets that out
Eli is
after
100% judgmental. As you're walking, he's like, you just hold it. You just keep holding it. That's how it works. No, keep holding.
Girl's got to breathe.
The moment he turns away, he just smiles.
Yeah.
Eventually.
The second he turns away, Edlynnne goes,
Like, you know he's having you on, right?
no shit, show.
Oh, fuck you, Watson.
Thank you for remembering our conversation.
You continue on, following after him, and again, 5-10 minutes pass, and you come to find yourselves in a fairly long street that loops between both the warehouse district and Newtown. You glance over and you can see a small, it calls itself a coffee shop, but the only sign that indicates it as so is a small wooden panel that hangs above the door with just the word coffee written on it.
I'm just going to point to Cecily. I'm going to lean towards Cecily, point to it, and be like, let's not make ours look like that, yeah? Deal? Cool?
Deal. Yeah, excellent idea. Yeah, that's just...
As you arrive, the door opens, and you see both Lottie and Jules step out. Jules just pushing Lottie in the other direction as she kind of leans over over her shoulder, shouting abuse back in the other direction. At that point, you notice just nestled across the way, kind of leaning on a wall, is Kurt alongside Max. They give you a short nod as you arrive. You're right there?
Yeah, I think so. Suspicious bun?
Give him the non-suspicious one.
Oh, okay. We should like unsuspicious buns.
There we go.
I tend to avoid any foods that people describe as suspicious or even non-suspicious.
I'll roll them all for me then.
Enjoy.
I just put them back into my bag.
We're going to have to market those differently at some point.
This is true, yes.
Yeah, we'll think of different names.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jules and Lottie approach at that point. Hey there. So where is he?
Sybil, we were told he was here, but I guess he's not here, which makes sense because Sybil doesn't like not
any of us, especially me.
I'd imagine if he's feeling a bit sad, he probably doesn't want to be any of us right now. And if Jack showed up like Eli said, he's probably just gone, no, and disappeared. That's my guess.
I mean, I don't follow.
Why would he come here for coffee?
Yeah, it's fair. To be fair, it is very Sybil-like, isn't it?
Kurt kicks up.
I mean that in a good way.
Kurt kicks up at that point. I mean, in fairness, it's not just coffee around here. There's a couple of other services that you can get. Is down on your luck. You're just looking for some human connection. It's a brothel. It's a brothel.
A brothel? I don't want to go to the brothel. What are you on about?
That's cheap. Literally called the House of Affordable Love.
But I think Sybil's got the money. I'm gonna.
I mean, desperate times. If he really is missing pending, maybe
he doesn't like. No, but he doesn't like being touched.
Oh yeah,
he doesn't like being touched.
Well, what if he's touching?
It's a different kind of touch, wouldn't it? But
on a
it could just be dancing.
Dancing is good. Dancing is good.
The small group able to just about hear them, but just out of sight enough. Both Sybil and Jack sit, having watched the others kind of slowly filter into the area.
So, about that whole coming alone thing.
Yeah.
So we'll get down here so I can slap you.
Over the last hour or so, you've seen at least 4 more people enter the building. You haven't really been able to discern much of about half of them. Say 4. 2 of them. You haven't been able to discern much about two of them that have entered, both of them wearing quite heavy cloaks, or naturally trying to just avoid notice. One of them even made their way straight in without engaging with any of the people outside.
Well, yeah, no. What time do you say you need to meet again?
I can't remember. Let me check the note. I'm going to roll out the note. When was I meeting again?
12 bells.
12 bells.
What is it now?
12 bells. It says 12 bells.
Nearly 11.
I've got an hour and a bit.
Okay. What? We need to get everyone off the streets.
Just interjecting.
You're not the boss of me, Subil.
Sorry, Lynn?
Just for Cecily's just going to propose that we kind of move away from the front of the dingy coffee shop and into an alley anyway, because we are wanted felons. So a little bit of stealth is probably going to help us out in this situation. So I think
there's a part of me that wants to say Edlynnne is starting to make her way to the brothel, but I don't know why. There's a part of me.
Press the big red button.
I'm not going to judge. Have fun. We'll be here when you're ready.
No, I'm going to be very sensible. And be like,
you're more than able to if you would like to.
I just hope
if Edlynnne had the money, she would. But she doesn't have the money.
Spice Girls I mean, Spice 2 was.
Look, I'm just saying, Chalicians really like Wishians sometime, okay?
Do they?
Just saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
You make your way over to a nearby alleyway. Lynn, can I just ask you to roll a d20 for?
A d20? No, because it's been rolling complications all day. Yes.
What did you get?
I got a 13.
That's relatively okay. You pick you just pick an alleyway at random, and your small group makes their way in. Just at the far end of it, you can see two people at this point just throwing dice at the wall. A large stack of coins has now been kind of slowly built up near them, and as you approach, you just see one of them look at the other. It's another fucking group. They grab up their coin and start to just leave the alleyway by a secondary path that goes the opposite direction, giving you a small amount of cover.
Mm-hmm.
Both Jack and Subil, you see them disappear into the alley.
Okay, well, at least they're out of the way. Let's hope that no one saw that. Okay.
Well, who's staying up here and who's going down there?
Look, I'm just trying to keep an eye on the broth. I didn't want any of this. That's like, the more people that are here, the more people that are put in danger if Juliana doesn't turn out to help us.
Well, we're never not in danger, so let's...
We put ourselves in more danger than not. Like,
fuck different does it make? We're tried for execution anyway. You stay up here, I'll go have a
Sam makes the difference. No, Jack. Sam makes the difference. I thought we're trying to survive for that. Otherwise, you're right. It doesn't. So please, let's just...
I'm going to let you
collapse on the little ledge and just kind of...
look at me.
What now, Jack?
I'm going to go down there, talk to them, and let you work on your apology for that statement. And I will go down.
Subil's just confused. Okay. And he's going to keep an eye on
You get a hint that you dare imply that he does not care about his son. You have pissed the man off.
So you pissed off both of Sam's parents. Subil is dead.
I'm the shunned uncle of the family. Don't talk to him. Don't talk to him.
No one ever wants that title, Billy.
No, I'm not proud of it.
Sybil's
Definitely
just
not
that title, so...
Yeah,
I think you should be
happy with
Shunkle.
that. Don't talk to Shunkle.
Shunkle.
Either way, Jack, you make your way down the scaffolding and just cross over the street. The moment you kind of hit street level and start making your way in that direction, you're almost immediately noticeable to the group as you're kind of haphazardly watching the street at this point anyway.
All right, everyone.
Sybil's
up. Yeah, he's up on that. He's up on the top of that scaffolding.
Would you like a delicious bun?
I'll be all right. Actually, you know what? Yes, I will. I haven't had much to eat.
Have you slapped him yet? Has he been slapped?
Yes. Yes, he has.
I'm gonna go slap him anyway.
I'm just all right. Sure. That's all right. That. So Sybil's got a meeting with Juliana. This one week. Apparently there was another message on that paper in invisible ink. He was told to come alone. I know we don't like that idea based on his last decision making when he was alone.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, they hold all the cards. So if they want Subil alone, what else can we fucking do?
Wait here, and if shit goes south, help him out, right?
That was my plan, but apparently he don't like that.
Well, we're in an alleyway.
Couldn't we all just find disguises, make our way into the brothel now, keep ears open, and then... I mean, I know, I'm beautiful, let's be honest. But, I mean, like, that could, if we could disguise ourselves and have ears in there, potentially hear what they're saying. If a bad decision kind of starts coming up, then we can be like, no.
Yeah.
I would suggest not entering until after Sybil's gone in, though.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
If he, if he's meant to be there alone, and he probably doesn't want us here, so if he doesn't know that we're in there, then that's probably going to work in our favor, because then he won't be more pissed off at us, right?
So,
See, this is why you're the head of the cafe making plan.
You're the smart one.
Yeah, this situation also needs more bunting.
Yeah, it does. A bit more coffee.
Right. I've completely forgotten what the woman with the mask's name is. Lottie, thank you. I'm gonna get there eventually.
Just make a little sign and just hold it.
And when you do, she'll like that.
I've just got a little flip book now. Shit.
It's with an L.
Lottie, there's a decent vantage point. I'll just sort of gesture. It's got the front of the brothel. If you want to sit up there with him in case shit goes too horribly south.
That could work.
You
Is there a way?
You want me to sit out in the street with my rifle?
On some scaffolding.
I mean, you'll be...
No cover.
Close. Horseback.
I'm not a fucking soldier. You've got a good line of sight. I don't know.
I mean, if he goes in that building, there's nowhere. I can't help him.
Okay. At the end of the day, he's meant to be going in there alone, so there's not... Unless we're inside, there's not an awful lot we can do.
I mean, he could always just shout really loudly.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of shouts from there at this time of the evening.
Shout loudly in a non-sexy way, and...
I need that on a t-shirt, please.
Trying so hard to do that in Cecily.
Shout loudly and in a not sexy way.
It just makes me worry the fact that the alternative, like, that you needed to clarify, there needed to be clarification that it wasn't shout loudly and sexually.
Okay. Look,
you just needed
Juliana wants to meet you in a
clear that
brothel,
up.
okay? There's only so many possibilities that could happen.
As if that was going to be the next question.
Be honest with yourself.
What's the signal? You shout, sexy or non-sexy?
Do you want it to blend
just
in
want
or
to
not?
be sure, you know?
Yeah, we might need to blend.
The fact that we haven't clarified
This is worryingly turning into what's your safe word?
Just eye
Only
contact.
took us
Unbroken,
like less
pure
than 20
eye contact.
seconds.
Oh, no.
What are you doing?
Okay.
If there was a way for him to like signal us if he needed help, which is, shouting, or
I'll be honest. If he needs help, I don't really.
I'll tell you what. How
I'm
about
so
when
mad at him.
Sybil goes in?
I want to save Sam. I want to go save Sam.
When Sybil goes in, a couple of us can go in after him a few minutes or a minute later.
Yeah.
There's probably a bar in there anyway. So we can just, yeah. All right, we'll roll with that plan.
Cool. We have a plan. Hey, guys. You
I'll climb up to Subil and inform the plan and inform him of the plan.
Isn't the whole thing is we don't want Subil to know we're going to have people going in after
I
him?
didn't think we wanted him to know our plan.
Well, he doesn't get a choice in the matter anyway. He makes decisions about us.
No, we shouldn't tell him.
I don't think we should tell him.
Yeah, I don't think we should tell him.
All right, I won't tell him then, but I'm going back up there with him because...
Okay. And then just tell them that you've persuaded us to not go.
All right. They're not going to go in after you. Just FYI.
Well, okay.
I'll make a deception check.
I'll
make a deception check.
So are you going up to talk to Subil?
I'm not going to go see him. I want to smack him, so I'm going to stay down.
I want to do it sneaky like.
Okay. Can I get an agility stealth check of 1, please?
You can. I'm gonna take some momentum just so I don't royally fuck this.
Watch him royally fuck it anyway.
Coordination stealth. Can I do brawn stealth instead?
No.
Physically grabs the window ledge and just. Someone looks towards him. He just.
Oh god! That's 3 successes.
1.
Yeah, really did.
Generate 2 momentum. You make your way back up the scaffolding quietly as physically possible. If anyone notices you, you're not aware of it, and it seems incredibly unlikely.
Okay.
Find yourself back at the top, where Subil has been waiting. For your note, Subil, since they've been talking, it's been, again, about 5-10 minutes or so. Another couple of people have entered. But again, no one that kind of stands out to you.
Okay.
As Jack reappears.
All right.
How is everyone? Have they gone? Are they?
Yeah, they've agreed to back off.
Okay, because it's like, again, if this does turn out to be a trap, I know everyone wants to help, but having everyone immediately, it's not going to end well, is it?
No, look.
Look,
I want to go in with you.
No. The idea is that it needs to be subtle. And I am absolutely... Look, I'm willing to take the risk. Because, like you said, we had a conversation, 3 days ago with Juliana, and it didn't, if I made the wrong decision, then I did. Then fine. But if this is our next shot, I don't want to do anything to mess that up. So if she says come alone and it's a trap, then fine.
Subil,
but I'm not going to bring everyone else into this, am I?
Subil, there's not a next shot at whatever deal that was offered to you. The best we're going to get is she'll tell you where Sam is. That's the best case scenario. She'll tell you where Sam is, and we're done. Worst case scenario is, I don't know, she'll just fucking go, surprise, bitch, execution time, and bit of a personal vendetta, because to be honest, if I gave somebody a get out of jail free card for the price of nothing, and they spat in my face, I'd be pretty fucking pissed off as well. But
yeah, so if they do that, then I want to be the only one in the firing line. Does that make sense, Jack?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, this group kind of needs you to function.
Well, yeah, but if they're active, that's not worth their lives.
Look, All I'm saying is we're running a very subtle balance here. Once one person goes, the dominoes fucking fall.
I'm planning on not dying. You know that, right?
I understand that. Nobody in this group's planning on dying, but
okay. So why? Yeah. So
your chances of dying go up. I personally feel your chances of dying go up if you don't have anybody to assist your escape. I'm not going to walk in the fucking door with you.
That also increases the chance of them dying too.
I'm not going to fucking walk in the door with you, but I feel it would be benefit is if when you choose to go in, I'll wait a couple minutes, then
I've been doing this for years, Jack. I've been sneaking into places, not avoiding, like, not attracting attention. Like,
let me put it this way.
Do you think walking into that building, like, you're not from the first second that anyone in our crew is not going to immediately be noticed?
Do you have a room number then? I can observe you from the outside.
I've got nothing. I've got this place and this time. I'm going in blind, but I'm not taking you all with me. Is that clear?
You don't make it easy to like you.
What do you owe me, Jack? Come on. Known me for a couple of months. I've tried to keep you all alive, including myself. We've been attacked by things. I'm done with this. I just want to, like...
Sorry, what do I owe you?
Yeah. What, like...
Oh, I got to keep it down because I'm going to laugh too hard at that.
Yeah, please actually keep it down. We're on a roof.
Yeah, sorry. Let's count up the tally. Who stopped? Which three motherfuckers stopped 11 years of torture?
Did you hear me? What do you like owe me? What have I done that makes you in my debt? I'm not saying I'm not in your debt. That's why I'm doing this.
You've been paying off that fucking debt, mate, by keeping it. But shit's gone sideways.
Stop being noble. If this is how we get Sam back, then I'll trade me for Sam, Jack. If that's our only option, then what do you expect me to do other than that? Having everyone here, what would we achieve? We're gonna capture Juliana? If she says no to whatever deal and decides to kill me, there's not much that we as a group can do.
Well, then we're at fucking square one, aren't we? Listen, if you die in there alone and you can't get any information to the rest of the group, then that information dies with you.
Yeah, but you coming in with me means that we both die.
I've got a better shot of getting out of there than you do, mate.
Yeah, but that loses our shot of getting the information in the first. Ah, Jack.
All right.
Stop being a hero.
Fuck off.
What alternative plan would you possibly have?
All right.
I'm gonna keep an eye on the thing, and I think I'm gonna start heading down.
Okay. Make your way down at this point. You are kind of past 11 hours at this moment. You are, at this point, counting minutes before your meeting.
Mm-hmm.
You make your way down the scaffolding. Jack, it's very much up to you if you want to follow immediately after. Back onto the road, and you...
I'll wait.
Okay. You're aware, of course, of where the group is and where the brothel is. You can pick a direction. Or go somewhere completely different.
I'll walk in the opposite direction. Fuck you, yes! No, I am going to head towards the brothel.
Okay. You turn your heels and make your way down the alleyway towards Lang's House of Affordable Love.
Mm-hmm.
As you just pass through the alleyway into the small courtyard, immediately the sound of what was fairly distant kind of music and laughter It grows closer and closer and closer until you can hear the keys of a piano kind of emanating out. The sounds of the business passing through windows. And as you kind of close towards the front door, several of the men and women arrayed at the front kind of glance over at you, and one just kind of sidles up, a very athletically built man with a very kind of thin negligee, basically strapped across his chest, wanders over to you. Hi there, buddy.
Hey. I'm looking to get inside.
To reach out and just reaches out to just take you, wrap his arm around your shoulder.
I'm gonna do a little dodge and like, oh, hey, let's save that for later, if you know what I mean.
What are you in for? What's your flavor?
I'm meeting a friend. Not that like anyone else here isn't. Yeah.
You got a room
see when we get in
there, pretty.
Well, she's been keeping it a bit of a secret. I'll find out inside, I think.
Yeah. He just smiles at you and just starts kind of not touching you, but kind of directing you towards the door. And just glances over to his a few of his compatriots, and one just kind of glances over and goes, "Who you got there?" This pretty little thing's meeting a friend. And the woman, kind of leaning at the door, just quickly glances you up and down. Oh, aren't you a fine pigeon?
Yeah, get that a lot.
Come on, cuckoo.
God.
I'm gonna fucking lose it in a second.
Oh, where the fuck that dice go? There it is.
And beckons you to follow her.
I will do. I'm following her. Following Pigeon Lady.
Well, the one from Home Alone.
Whatever.
Yep. They know best.
Yeah, but whatever name you had for her.
Crosses out her name. Pigeon Lady.
Oh, God.
I was going to go with delivered, but you know.
Ooh. He's good, he is. Look at him. He's fucking. He can punch his way.
And this is why he is the DM. He is.
Yeah.
He's smart.
She leads you in.
Too witty.
And you immediately kind of pass through the main door and are hit by the scent of aromatics and just the sense of alcohol and perfumes, body washes, and you glance into the room that kind of just leads down a small step into a large kind of plush seating area where no less than 10 people are kind of arrayed across the furniture in various states of undress, cavorting as readily as one may imagine. Drinks are being poured directly down people's throats and the like. You kind of pull your eyes away from it. Make your way to the steps as this woman just continues to lead you through up to the second, third, fourth floor. The sounds and smells of the building just grow and grow with every additional floor you take, until eventually you're led up to the final floor. And she takes you over to a run of 3 separate rooms that just seem to take up the entirety of this floor of the business. Walks you over to one door and just kind of raps on it. All yours, Turtle Dove. And walks past.
Thank you. Thank you. Please wash your hands. I'm going to open the door, see who's inside.
You swing the door open, and inside, reclined on a large kind of plush sofa, you see Juliana. A kind of cigarette just hanging loosely in her hand, and a table in front of her with a heavy decanter half full now of whiskey. A glass placed in front of her, and a second one nearby. Excuse me. And she kind of glances up at you. Close the door.
Okay. Door's closed. This is dramatic.
She just pours another drink, just shakes off part of the cigarette, just allowing the ash to drop to the floor on these thick carpets that you don't want to question too much. She's, as you kind of walk in and get a better look of her, she's completely abandoned any form of inquisitorial garb. She simply wears a white shirt, which is kind of just hemmed with small red accents on the around the wrist, and a fairly long skirt that goes down just below her knees, which she just kind of glances over it. She could not look more normal. And she just kind of glances over at the chair across from her. You might as well sit down.
I don't think I really have many choices anymore, do I?
I don't think any of us have many choices anymore, Subil.
That might be the most honest thing that you've ever said to me.
I've said nothing but honest things to you.
Okay, well, I'm going to need some context for that, at least.
I offered you a deal and you spat in my face.
There wasn't
your way out and you spat in my face.
And I gave you every reason why I couldn't do that at the time.
No, Subil. You promised it. You took it.
Taken? No, okay.
Don't. I don't care anymore. I'm not here for you.
Fair enough.
I'm talking to you because you reached out, and you're probably the only one who would have the sense to come in here alone. Maybe not thinking, perhaps, I have eyes on me as well now. She just takes a drag and just flings the stub of the cigarette to the floor. It immediately just starts to burn at the carpet. I'm going to keep this quick for you.
Please do.
She just reaches just into the breast pocket of her shirt and pulls out a small piece of paper and places it on the table. That's the address where they're keeping him. You take it, you take him, and you fuck off.
Okay. Why? Why tell me this now? Why all of the why everything?
Because I tried to help. I tried to give you a way out of this nationwide manhunt you forced yourself into. I gave you the out. And you didn't just throw it back, you threw it back in the face of me and the head, one of the heads of the Inquisition. Any authority I have is gone now. I'm this far from expulsion, Subil. I have to make my way back to the Shining Peak to beg that they keep me. The wardens are involved. After your little escapade on the ship. They've changed your they've changed you now. You're no longer wanted dead or alive. You'll kill on sight. All of you. I mean, a single exception. And she just pulls out another cigarette and lights that as well. Your metal friend. They want her alive. And they want your child alive. Those are new orders. Do you know what? Those are what worry me. Kanehurst's in charge now. Me, my brother, we've been removed. It's his job now. And the fact that 2 channelers have an order that isn't execute coming from him is almost more worrying. I just wanted to protect them the best way I could from the inside. Take the note, get out. She just pours out another drink, leans back, and just necks a double.
Okay, well, that's one way of feeling, I guess. But if I take that little piece of paper, what have you actually done? You've absolved yourself of the responsibility of your organization that has been hunting us for all this time.
No.
And you expect... No, listen. You expect us
I am done listening to you, Subil.
You never listened.
You lied.
When did I lie?
When you took the deal and threw it back in my face.
What did you expect? Because you, who claimed to all saintly be protecting Sam, all this time, the one point of your deal was that Sam would no longer be protected. Sam would have been taken and exploited.
Sam would no longer be protected by you.
And okay, and how much better has your associates like Kanehurst shown to have given the appreciation of someone like Sam? Again, we don't have any choices. I didn't have a choice, however benevolent you feel in offering it to us. What did you expect to happen? You didn't give us an out. You gave us a trap and said, look, go in there. It's nicer than being hunted longer. Now, you could help us, and I don't mean give us a place, because how well do you think that's going to go for us? But I mean, you could actually help us and show us how that we can get out of this, how we could get out of Chalice. Because at the moment, well, then what do you expect us to do? No. You have obviously shown so many times, countless times, how you're way ahead of us, but never told us how, never told us when or where. So you could give us some valuable information, just anything that we could use, because just knowing where Sam is, how is that going to help us? We've kind of proven that it's not.
I can give you valuable information. This order doesn't come from Kanehurst. It doesn't come from an Inquisitor. It comes from Mother Lionheart, Witness of the Light. The head of the fucking church is after you. The Lord Warden is after you. Whatever you've embroiled yourself in, whoever you've surrounded yourself by, they're not just wanted for murder or arson. They're wanted for something else, something they will not tell us. I'm an Inquisitor. I deal in secrets. We know everything we need to know. We have eyes and ears in every city, town, and byroad in the country. And I don't know. Because they won't fucking tell me. Because they don't trust me. Because I offered some line of hope that maybe that could have ended peacefully without any more bloodshed.
The bloodshed's not coming from our part.
You torched the town. Countless
You have the guy that torched the town. You have the... Well, that's not my fault, is it? He was on a silver platter. The thing that we're being hunted for. He's no longer in play, not from us at least. And yet we continue this game of thinking that we have any hope, realizing that we don't. And yet you guys, I don't know whether or not we're just competent enough to stay hidden, or you're just incompetent enough to find us. But my God, the game's still going, and you act as if we've got moments where we can leave or we can get out with this deal. There's no deal that's going to get out of this. There's only people that have the courage to be able to actually fucking help us to get this child out of this country. or a note that tells us where he is. What do you expect to do?
The night before he's moved, you have 2 wardens, 4 protectorate, and a single inquisitorial acolyte in that building with him. I don't know what they're doing, because they wouldn't tell me. I simply know where it is and who was going there. Apparently, the last string of information I got was they're going to collect samples, whatever that means. They will be moving the child onto my ship. Well, now Canehurst ship. First thing tomorrow morning. They'll be sending the convoy full of the people that were stuck at the oil lantern when we ended up raiding it in the opposite direction, with every hope that that's where you're going to go. Because if you do, what you're going to find is a combined warden and inquisitorial task force waiting for you, headed by Canehurst. Go to the house tonight. Maybe you'll be able to get him out before anything else. There's a ship at the dusk dock waiting for you. Take it, and they will get you out of town. And then just keep running. Stop poking your head out. Stop trying to do other things. Just run. Keep running. Don't stop. Don't think. Just run. That's what I'm having to do. The last bit of information I have is that I'm heading to Mentcoin Island and deliver the vaccines. And then I'm being called back to the Shining Peak for debriefing. Whatever that turns out to be. I'd hoped that maybe we could have changed something from the inside, forced the Inquisition off of this endless mindset that they have, which violence is the quickest and easiest way of solving all of their problems, because a channeler that won't listen is clearly too dangerous to be left alive. I want that to not be true. I know that cannot be true, but clearly being in the field isn't helping with that, because violence is everyone's first decision, apparently. So I'm going to head back and see what I can do at home. That's it. My brother's still out here, serving with Canehurst, a dream. My God, he wants your blood. If you see him, just don't go near him, please. I know what he's done. I know what he does. Oh, Christ, I know what he did in Karnaca. But don't take him as well. Just run. It's the only option you've got left. All I wanted was to find the kid, get him somewhere safe. Apparently, we've known about him for a lot longer than I've been told we did.
Oh my God. You could run with us. You know that if you go back for debriefing, then you're going to be doing either exactly the same or something more miserable for the rest of your life. At least this way you'll actually, help getting the kid out of here. We need all the help we can get. And you might even be able to prevent the loss of life that you so dearly want.
And how does that change anything?
Changes the fact that you'll actually have a piece of power in what's going on. However tiny, the power to fight back's still power. And when you have the power over B that is always pushing down, then can you blame the people at the bottom for fighting to stay not even alive? Because I don't know if this is what this is, but just fighting. Can you blame any of us? I know that the Inquisition use it to fuel their ever so long vendetta, crusade, whatever you want to call it, against these people, but you could actually help, not from the inside by all the bureaucracy, but you could actually make a change.
I don't question the Inquisition's goals. I question their methods. Channelers are dangerous. Don't pretend that you don't know that. There are children out there who, before they even hit puberty, can incinerate buildings. Others that can unconsciously cause their parents to kill themselves through vivid hallucinations. That's why we do what we do. Not just to protect others, but to protect the children that don't know any better.
What you call it's not protection. It's control. And I get controlling the uncontrollable gives you power, but don't act like it's for the good of the channelers. There's better means and better ways of doing this. So let's not justify the Inquisition right now.
The Inquisition is justified, their goals are justified, their methods are not.
So do you want to try a different method? Or do you want to go back and try and get him reinstated?
She leans down and takes another drink, lights another cigarette, and places it to her lips. I need you to make a will persuasion check. Difficulty 5.
Oh, fuck.
We have 6 momentum.
Oh.
Take it all.
Do it, motherfucker.
Please, if we get Juliana on our side, this would be so good.
Go on, take 6 momentum.
What would 6 momentum give me? 3 dice?
3 dice, so you'd have 5 dice to make this check.
Fuck.
And then you can always spend a void if you have it to turn one of those into an auto success.
Wait, I could turn one of those dice into an auto success and just not got a reroll.
But you need to declare it before you roll.
Okay.
Go on, do it. Declare one of those a success, take all 5 dice and fucking do it.
Do it. Succumb to peer pressure.
I will say, as a difficulty 5, it does have a complication range of 16.
Fuck.
Billy, remember what I was saying about the big red button?
Yeah, no,
This is it.
This is a big red button I have to press. The thing is, as well, is it's will persuasion, yeah?
Will persuasion.
So my will persuasion is 14. So I have to get a 14 to pass, a 15 to fail, and a 16 for complication.
Oh, then fucking roll them.
Roll like a 3.
If you've already RO'd, then you've already got like 4 passes to get.
If you auto one, you only need 3 more.
Welcome to the knife edge. You're either going to cut yourself or avoid it.
Do it.
I have 1 void. I have 1 void left. Do I use
Spend the void. Yes. Spend the void.
Billy,
have all
press
the momentum and roll 5 dice. And roll.
Okay.
So one of those 5 is an auto success. So you roll 4.
I roll 4. Okay.
Yeah, because with the void,
in which case,
with the void point, we're setting 1 to an auto success.
Okay.
Come
right,
on.
here we go. I'm gonna do it. I'm taking the momentum.
And say nothing.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh no.
Don't like
what are
it.
you doing?
I love this part of the game.
No, I don't like it when I don't know. And if I don't have to know for another week, I'm gonna.
Yeah, Ben. If you don't get to know for another week, I'm gonna cry.
I'll be rolling like a giddy kid.
Here we go. First 2.
Okay. Roll the second 2.
Rolling the second 2.
All right.
I just love how his facial expression doesn't change. It's annoying.
No, he's really good at this. I love it.
Wait, if I lean him really close, maybe I can just about see.
Meanwhile, outside,
Oh, he's gonna make us wait till next week. I know he is.
the rest of you,
We've got 6 minutes left. Of course he is.
Ben, don't do this to us, please.
having seen Subil go in and have now been in there for about 20 minutes or so. If you are electing to go in shortly after him, of course, I'll be altered slightly. But it's up to you on what you do.
I mean, I'm not. Edlynnne's going to stay in that alleyway.
Cecily's also going to stay in the alleyway because she has no desire to go into a place where there might be sexy or even non-sexy shouting.
Edlynnne is trying. Well, Edlynnne, to be fair, Edlynne's probably meditating just to try to calm down and just trying to remember the monastery.
There's no like windows that at the very least go into corridors of the building, are there?
If there are windows, you don't want to be looking through them.
Okay.
Mainly for the
Cecily
fact
might
that
just be
someone's
sort
in
of
there,
like
then.
sat on an upturned crate or something, or with another one in front of her, just like playing solitaire, just waiting patiently.
So
I've
if no
got a
one's
deck
getting
of
you.
cards.
I'm getting my coat back. I'm getting my ill-fitting coat back.
Okay, you head back up, grab your coat.
Well, I never came down from where,
Fair.
so
Fair.
I'm just gonna grab that coat. So I'm just gonna stay up there until I hear horrific shouting and pain and horror. Not sexy shouting.
You hold your position, and time passes more. You finish a game of solitaire, 2 games.
Ask Eddie if she wants to play Go Fish.
I mean, you're gonna have to explain the rules, but sure.
That's fine. It might just take your mind off of things.
Yes.
Okay, right. In which case, I teach Eddie to play Go Fish.
She hasn't had time. Look, she's been training to fight. Okay, I mean, I would she have known how to play the Go Fish in
No.
the monastery?
No, but I have a feeling Cecily gets a feeling this is going to be a really competitive game of Go Fish.
Oh, definitely. No, I mean, that's why Edlynnne is like she's playing to win. Like, let's be honest.
Chess. You'd probably know chess, I imagine.
A few more minutes pass, and from your position, Jack, you see the door open. It's hold for a moment, and you see Subil step out. Look to the sky, over and glance in your general direction. He moves to incline his head. And that is where we are going to end it for this week.
Yeah.
Ah! I don't like you.
I
Healey,
think it's great.
could you please send me a message saying if you succeeded or failed?
I will indeed.
Thank you. Well,
I love it.
once again,
Can I spend a void point to know? Tell me.
at this point, I don't even know.
I spend a void point for secrets.
I spend this point. I give my void point to Subil so he can tell me. Cool.
Subil refuses.
Oh,
We're having none of that.
I haven't slapped you yet, so it's fine.
Oh boy.
Well, before we move on to say thank you to our wonderful sponsors, we're going to run through and say hello and goodbye once again to everyone here before we return next week to see exactly what happened.
Everyone
So-
died horrible deaths.
First and foremost, Jago.
Hello, I'm Jago. I play Jack Cooper. You can't find me much else other than here because my internet presence is very little. But yeah, no, I am going. I intend to be back for whatever the fuck the result was. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy!
7
I love it.
complications and like 20 passes, guaranteed.
Oh yeah. Complication.
I know, it's basically gonna be like 4 nats and their complications. Like, she'll join us, but she'll be very hesitant too.
Oh yeah. Shit, John. Shit.
And thank you very much. And on to Holly.
Hi, I'm Holly. I play Edlynnne Castron, the resident angry goblin of the group, apparently now. You can find me on Instagram at Holly Ida Healey. I make music. You listen to it every time you watch this stream. It's up to you if it's good. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions. I can't say whether or not if I like it at this moment in time. My music, I don't know. That's basically it. My brain has gone. And yeah.
And Lynn.
Hello, I am Lynn. I play Cecily. I'm also known as Pam, Pontouf, Pontoufle, Pantoufles, Art, however you want to pronounce it. I'm stuck with the name. It's there in chat. I stream art, so if you want to see stuff like this, which I'm doing for our Lord and Savior Danny, some Magic the Gathering, here's some buildings I drew, here's a castle I drew. If you want to see art,
Castles.
feel free to drop me a follow. Yeah, art and chill, very chill, very much less stressful than this stream, for sure.
Yeah, that's perfectly fair. Lily. keeping us in suspense, of course.
Of course. Yeah, I've been Billy. I play Subil. Hopefully, I'll be back next week. We'll definitely find out. I am going to have quite a lot of fun not telling any of my fellow players the result this next week, and I'm not going to tell anyone.
You know how
it's going to be very, very fun. You can find me. I'll be here next week.
You can get free coffees at Cash Cafe.
Is it whiskey and coffee? In which case, maybe. Chalice? Nah, fuck that.
Only whiskey.
And if it's like tin can coffee that like
it's
doesn't
like
move,
the
then no.
Amazing China mugs you've like ever seen. You know, it's like all the range, like top tier, man.
And a little
Maybe I'll give you one of my rolls.
And as always, I've been Ben. You can find me anywhere and everywhere at Try Again Ben. I work for Modiphius. I make stuff over there. I do writing, and I do this. It's a whole shebang of nonsense.
Why do you do this with us? Why?
Yeah. still,
I have nothing better to do on a Wednesday.
The last resort.
And once again, we'd like to extend our thanks to our wonderful sponsors. And Jago is going to do a wonderful quick flash of some lovely dice. And just go through.
Let me know
we are
what's going
doing
on.
this really quick, Jago. So get ready.
Hello,
I'll start with our non-dice aid, which are I was going to give you a moment. The wonderful Sessions Zero Clothing, who you can go and visit for all sorts of wonderful D&D's inspired streetwear. Jago is now going to demonstrate the magnificent dice thrown out by Norse Foundry.
Oh, so I got this big boy here. He's lovely. Check him out.
If he was to drop it, it would go through the table. It's that.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
A heckin' chonker of a dice.
Look at that. That's a wonderful roll. If you're playing 5e, at least.
Yeah.
We also have the wonderful folks at Mithril Armory.
Mithril Armory. Let's get this bad boy out. Look at that, pretty and pea.
Ooh.
They are beautiful.
Very nice.
Beautiful. We're going to at some point invest in a small spinning table.
Yeah.
And of course, last but by no means least, we also have the wonderful Umbral Oculus dice from the Initiative Order's very own Terran.
There you go. I got 2 sets of those.
They're that brilliant.
Not to show favoritism.
And that's that. Those are our wonderful sponsors. And of course, we have been the unfortunate people at Chalice Twilight Roads. If you'd like to keep along with the Initiative Order tonight, they are heading off on a wee raid shortly to see the wonderful Josephine McAdam. So stick around, say hello, or do what I'm going to do and disappear quietly into the night once more. So thank you very much and good night.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank